Hello and welcome to game 4 of this best of 15. Zock has found himself 3 games down. He has won nothing. Banana has absolutely dominated him on that one map with 6 islands. Roanoke. Um, I think Blackheart owes a little bit of at least a thanks to Brainfart for choosing that. Zock has shown he cannot play against Blackheart on that map. We won't even cast the third game. It was the shortest of the 3, and it was also quite dominant. In this one, hopefully Zock can win some games. I think this could be more of a Zock-style map. It is a little smaller. There's no more Navy. Banana is back to his EF. If people have followed Blackheart from beginning of his takeover of FAF. He used to be 100% EF. He has switched it up recently, especially when EF hasn't really been doing that well. So see 3P Gens Hydro. One mask structure just sitting there. This map, I've actually never played this. I've only seen Lushan's cast. Hopefully Lushan can cast some of these. Lushan will likely feature in some of these later future tourneys. My current idea is to make this monthly tournament where in the 3 weeks in between the championship week, we can have selection tournaments where it's still like maybe a best of 10 or whatever you can choose. But perhaps some people like Pachirico, Zlo, Lushan Voodoo can fight it out. And whoever does the best in those will play either a Blackheart or a Zock. So we'll see what happens. We don't want to forget about Voice of Reason championships either, which we actually don't have too many signups for this week. So I am cool for canceling tourneys. I don't really care, as long as we have things going. But that tourney does have a 50 USD prize on it. We'll just shift those funds somewhere else. That's fine. Looks like second air from both players, which is interesting. The ACU for Banana. A little more aggressive going to the right. Zock, meanwhile, has started something going to the left. This is a symmetric map, as you can see, and it appears that this is the pathway for Zock's ACU. On the way, there is a nice little pond to hide in. And very similarly for Banana. We are going to see Cybern versus EF, where Cybern should have an advantage early on with a quicker Manti versus the Striker. But in close engagement, the Striker is extremely good. He's got more health, 300 health versus... that's a little hunter there. That's a lot less health. There's another hunter. Zock being quite aggressive. Also scouts. And you can see interceptors are all the rage between these two players. And the way it really is, scouts and interceptors beat bomber. Scouts and interceptors lose to second land. I'm all in the context of second air here. But if you go interceptors into second land, you're going to be at a disadvantage. Bomber, of course, beats second land. So you can see it's a sort of a generalized rock, paper, scissors. A really smudged rock, paper, scissors. We don't win, but you do get an advantage. Here we have a hunter dodging shots. You can see how many shots that hunter actually missed. It took many shots from that striker to kill it, but nonetheless it kills it. Another hunter. It's going to engage this engineer here. Actually, well, not. It'll just run way back into the... This is the Black Forest. Blackheart has his own Black Forest here. He's going to go hide in it. And I'm hiding behind a mountain. He was lost in the Black Forest, and he's going to make it back out. I'm not really sure what he was doing there, but he did it. In the middle, we got Manti versus Strikers. The signs of things to come. This middle area, great place to have battles. Actually, some really nice chunks of those dead obsidians. Those are nice chunks of mass. Strikers versus Manti. Manti winning. They had numbers, but it looks like the Striker might just clean up. Beautiful map. Whoever made this map, big thank you. We need maps like this. You can see so much detail. Also rocks and ledges and things like that. This ledge is actually really nice. A great target for drops. You can even do a tech 2 drop here, put cruise missiles, T2PDs. Really make things very annoying. In case people watch Lushan's cast, this was a nice area for Zock to drop. And early on, I gotta say, Zock has a slight advantage. I think the fact that Blackheart went and visited the Black Forest, maybe to pray to his ancient gods, perhaps it will be good in the long run. But in the short run, it did give a slight advantage to Zock. Although now, I think the gods are beginning to answer his call. He is beginning to pull away en masse. Actually, to see his nearly identical positions. Jesters for Zock are going to do raid. They're going to target mask extractors. And perhaps an air fight. Critical air fight here. Since the numbers are so similar, it would go down to micro. And the micro was all 100% Zock. That was so brutal. And the Jester is going to continue to raid. That should give Zock the advantage again. The one thing, perhaps Zock and Blackheart have the same gods, which means that praying to the same god probably would cancel itself out. Although, yeah, there's another Black Forest sitting here. Yeah, look at all these ledges on this map. When you look at it sideways, it's very different from looking at it from the top view. Oh man, I can see a stream of yellow going down. In terms of the land production, do we see any Tech 2 yet? No, it's 7 land factories from the main factory, from the main base, I should say. 3, and then another 2, and another coming up. But definitely numbers advantage on land from Blackheart. However, in the air, this Jester is actually coming home after killing a whole bunch. Denied a bunch of mask extractors. Zock with a significant advantage. Also, we see Tech 2 mask extractors from Zock. This is the 3rd one, and he's assisting it. You can see he's trying to be as efficient as possible as we see a Mantis push through the middle. Blackheart trying to pull back, perhaps. The biggest difference between the Mantis and the Striker is the speed, and you can see it when we're zoomed out. Manta are quicker. When they engage, oh, this is a good micro. You really want to go through the thin part of an enemy squadron, and this is going to be a loss for Banana. Zock, I think, outplaying, and this is what we want. I'm a very neutral observer. I have no preference for Zock or Blackheart, but at this point, just I want Zock to get some wins. I want to see this go as far as possible. So go Zock until it's even again. And so far he's doing quite well, which makes me happy. You can see he's almost doubling the mass production. And he's just taking. He's got 4 Tech 2 mask extractors. Oh, he just got a Tech 2 land. That's good. Do we see Tech 2 land from Blackheart yet? He's going for it, but he is a bit behind. Oh, also, these are nice Manta. Making sure that mask extractor doesn't get taken. And this Jester, I think this is a different Jester just on the first kill, continues to raid as Blackheart will rebuild the area close to his Black Forest. 22 mass versus 63. Yes, Zock is beginning to show that he's actually a good player, which I think should be pretty evident, but wasn't in the last 3 games of this tournament. To repeat, this is the 4th game on this best of 15. And really what it is, whoever gets 8 kills, 8 wins first is going to have the victory. Wow, this Jesters have a lot of kills. Great use of Cybern. In this early Tech 1 stage, Cybern do have better weapons. They have quicker, especially for this map, quicker Manti. They have Jesters, which are really good. You can see there, I think, been the biggest difference. At the Tech 2 stage, I think Cybern still have the advantage with the Rhino. They also have the Corsair, which is a better bomber than the Janus. At the Tech 3 stage, though, I think UEF with the Percy against the Brick, it's going to get a lot more difficult for Zock. So it's expected that he should have a slight advantage just from the faction differences. But he needs to get a big advantage into the Tech 3 stage. Because under even conditions, it will be very difficult for Zock to compete with UEF. Even at the Tech 2 stage, if it goes into a late Tech 2 stage with a couple shields and pillars, the EF can be very deadly. See Tech 2 Pigeons from Zock. Top. Yeah, this I've seen Blackheart move up and move back, move up and move back. Unsure about what he wants to do. This Raider here is critical for Zock. He knows exactly what's happening. If that Raider wasn't there, it'd be a lot more dangerous, I think. Yeah, you can see Zock's point of view. And he's already got rhinos. He's got rhinos on the field. He doesn't really care. He's already got one kill on that rhino. An excellent unit. And this is because of that Raider. He's able to pull back over here because he knows there's no threat. There's also a T2PD here from Zock. And what is that? A Riptide. Riptide versus PD equals a nice reclaim chunk for Zock. Banana still behind on mass, a bit behind on power as well. Actually, power stalling now. He's almost got his first T2P gen. And a pretty big air spam here in this corner. A lot of build capacity. This is a very secure area. As Banana, no upgrades whatsoever, 7 kills. Might be thinking about an assault. And the thing about Cybern, similar to Aeon, they do have the fire beetle threat, especially when you can put them on transports. And when an ACU does these types of things here, minute 15, they are asking to be sniped. And against Cybern, Corsairs, Dector gunships, just like with any faction, and the fire beetles especially, they make things very dangerous for ACUs. Yeah, the Jesters, the workhorse of Zock's enemy machine or military machine. There's a bit of an assault coming through here. You can see the terrain. Probably climb up onto this hill. I'm not sure. This is a very lost Mantis here. It's just like, I'm a badass. I can walk sideways or vertically. Oh, cruise missile launcher with 4 missiles in it. 4 missiles, 800 mass. The missile launcher itself, oh, 1 missile goes off. Where is that going to go? It's about 700 mass. It's 1500 mass destroyed there. And that single missile. Just aiming for the ACU. And Banana getting some victories here. Dector gunships doing raids. Oh, and an air fight perhaps. So those gunships might just die. Yeah, that's 800 mass thrown away. Minor damage. Took out the radar and a couple mass extractors, but perhaps an air fight. Nope, there's some tech to flak. Banana pulls back in time not to lose his entire air force. Gunships for Zock as well. Banana still playing it dangerously on the front line. Perhaps that's feeding morale to his troops, which are at a disadvantage because of the economy. And teching continues as we see Tech 3 land with Loyalists. They're going to make their first appearance in this game. Beautiful unit. Has a TMD on it that also fires the missile back at the enemy. So do not use mobile missile launchers against Loyalists. Yep, you can see Rhino versus Pillar. That is a dead pillar right there. That is 200 mass. As we see a big push through the middle. 19 minutes by, 6,500 reclaim for Zock, 13,000 for Banana. That's been one of the major differences. This game is still here because you can see in terms of mass production, Zock has been ahead the entire game. This is a good looking force. Flak has a stealth field and a couple of rhinos. This is a that's a very good force. Some elite military units and a mobile missile launcher. That's pretty cool how that gets loaded. Oh, okay, the Perseus are on the field. These are going to make, in any Tech 3 land battle or any land battle, these are the kings of the battlefield right here. They look kind of funny when you play it at +2. But 16,000 damage on a single shot. You can see that was an overkill. That was the best unit in this force. thing about rhinos, it takes 2 shots to kill them. Alright, so the Percies are on the field. Blackguard is way behind in mass. In map control, it's very even. Reclaim advantage to Blackheart. And you can see this is the Percy spam. It's a badass EF Tech 3 HQ. Should be a primary target. You see 22,000 health though. That'd be very difficult to kill. Percy's rolling in together with a whole bunch of Tech 1. We do see T2 PDs, T1 PDs, a shield going up, and bricks. This is supporting factories. Lots of supporting factories. And Brick and Percy have the exact same range, but a very different style. This shoots every 0.8 seconds. Percy shoots for every 5 seconds or something along those lines. I have no idea, but a lot more damage per shot. Loyalists, meanwhile, it's been the original Loyalists, I believe, doing damage, attacking the Holy Black Forest. Also denied a bunch of mask checkers. Sitting next to Banana's ACU, who does have the gun. Yeah, Banana just walked off the screen while I was taking a drink. No overcharge though. Does Banana have? He does. He could have overcharged. And we're seeing this push. However, Percy's, this is a lot of Percy's. 6 Percy's in this fort. There's no chance for these rhinos. This is a massacre. An absolute massacre of Zock's troops in the middle. Not something that you want to see even when you're ahead like Zock. And wow, Banana here taking a lot of damage from these loyalists. Looks like there was a brick here as well. A couple gunships came in, maybe thinking about finishing Blackguard off, but a major air force, and it does appear that air control is in Blackguard's favor as he has a very good looking force rolling through the middle. What can Zock do against that force? His ACU probably doesn't want to do anything with it. He is getting resource allocation. He's got his main HQ producing bricks. He's got Tech 3 power here, doesn't want to get assaulted at this point. He's got 4 bricks. Bricks, you want numbers against Percy's. Equal numbers, the Percy's do have an advantage. Unless there's a little micro, but dodging with bricks is quite difficult. They're not like the Percy. Sorry, not like the Harvey. Harveys can dodge shots. Yeah. Yep. The tax collector is coming over to repossess your property. Bricks, more bricks coming in. Gunships in support, perhaps an air fight. And yeah, I think air is going to go to Banana here. As we see fairly similar numbers, however, I think the numbers are still in the Percy's favor. You can see in terms of health, only 300 extra health per Percy. However, you can see the damage. Those bricks died a horrible death. And a whole bunch of engineers rolling behind the main force for Banana. He doesn't care that his economy is half of what Zock has. He's got 27,000 reclaim, 1,000 in the bank. Zock is behind by 21,000 in terms of reclaim. A couple Manti dispatched to take care of this engineer problem. Percy's that were just victorious are going to come back and regroup. And actually, yeah, this is a lot of good reclaim for Zock as well. More bricks out in the field. Ooh. And you can see that the Janus bombers suck against moving targets, but against stationary targets, they're great. There goes the Tech 3 power of Zock. Total air domination. Zock has teched too much. I think that is very clear at this point, because this is the impending doom. Although these bricks, can they do something? I think stealth here would have really helped. Stealth may have shifted this battle the other direction. And it still might be alright because there's a lot of production here. So Zock can produce bricks here at will. But the Percy really hurts. Actually, some dodging action from Zock. Ooh, fresh troops supplied to the front lines. Great move from Banana. He's also got a couple bricks elsewhere. Oh yeah, you can see what he's doing. He's making up for the lack of speed and taking advantage of his air control. That's a very fast group of Percys. Excellent play. You can see this is a EF player. Hope Guile watches this and gets inspired to cast some more games, and he should definitely cast games from this tourney. But you can see the power of the EF with the Percy all up in Zogg's grill. T2PD doesn't really do anything against the Percy. And this is the HQ. The Tech 3 power is already dead. There's also some very good units here. There's a Tech 3 Air Factory HQ. Zock's economy does not look very good anymore. These are all supporting factories. Zock may think about making a new HQ if he has any hope. I mean, with that type of economy, you should, as long as you keep your build capacity up. But these Percys, there it is. There's the HQ. That's critical. I gotta say, I would not have predicted this. I didn't think the Percy was that dominant, but wow. It's almost kind of sad. I think Zock is going to lose. Yeah. Especially when, with all this air control, I imagine there should be engineers en route over here. This is enough to make fatty or anything else that you might want. Janus bombers dispatched. They are going to continue to harass. Is that a new HQ? No. Oh, Tech 2 Air Factory. Oh, it will be an attempt at... Oh, that's a brick drop. I think that's going to be spotted. And that's not possible when you don't have air control. You can see transports are going to spot. Oh, yeah. Look at that play. Banana does not get faked out by splitting up your drops. 4-0. The sweep continues.